Hi babes, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my another long overdue tutorial. This one is on how to pose your Sims and take nice quality screenshots without SRWE or SWRE. However, which one you say it. I personally don't use SRWE because I haven't figured it out yet. But when I do, I'll have a tutorial on that too. So these are my beautiful Sims. This is Noelle. She is one of my most all-time favorite Sims. She will be featured on the channel here soon in her own Let's Play series. And then that's her man. That's her man Carter. He always got this mean mug looking on his face, but he's super sweet. This Sim right here, she's my most favorite Sim of all time. This is the first time we're ever seeing her on the YouTube channel. Um, yeah, so let's go ahead and start getting into this video. So the first thing the first thing you see here are my Sims and they're posed up. This is a beautiful pose by my two favorite mutuals, yours truly, Bria and TheeSimmer Niya. They did this collaboration for Valentine's Day and it is just look at it. It's such a good pose, is it not? So the first half of this video, we're going to be talking about how to use poses using wicked/wonderful whims. I personally use it this way because it is the easiest way I feel to use it. You get more accurate, like, how do you say, like, meshing, I guess? Like, you can pose your sim a little bit more accurately by using, like, certain increments and everything like that and get them to looking exactly the way the pose is supposed to look and where they're supposed to go. So without further ado, let's get into what you will need. Okay, so there are two things that you will need to make posing for your Sims work. The first thing you'll need to make all Sims, dogs, cats, infants, toddlers, children, you need Andrew's Pose Player. So I will be going over Andrew's Pose Player in the second part of the video. You just type in Andrew's Pose Player and it'll come up Sims 4 Studio and you hit the download button here. Either link will work. Then the next thing you need is also on this website. It is the Skabumbo teleport any sim mod, which is here. You just scroll down a little bit and you'll also need this mod and you'll download it. And as soon as you download them, you need to put them into your mods folders. To put them into your mods folder, I have mine labeled under Pose Player, and it can only go one folder deep. And then here they both are in the same folder because I like to keep it a little bit more organized. And then the next thing you will need to make this work, and the way I love to pose my Sims, is using Wicked Whims. Wicked Whims is more than just for Wicked. It's more than just for woohoo and realistic woohoo. I use it personally for a lot of other things, more so for the animation purposes, and you can only do that with the Wicked version of Wicked Whims. There is a non-Wicked version of Wicked Whims called Wonderful Whims, and you just download it as usual to your mods folder. The non-Wicked version of the non-Wicked version of Wicked Whims, Wonderful Whims, same thing, you just type it in Wonderful Whims and it'll pop up and you download it. You can also use the Pose Player with that. I just use Wicked Whims because I use it for more than this. I use it to make cinematic scenes and different things like that. Back in game, our Sims are here posed. They now move in because they're posed. And so as you see, it says pose, male pose 2, and then here it says pose, female pose 2. And it has a little wooden man sculpture thing. So how my Sims are posed. So what you do is you click on, let me unpose them so we can get to the point where we actually start posing. So you can click on them and hit stop posing, or you can just click X, just click the little thing on their profile and then they will stop posing. Girl, I know it's cold outside, but we are in the middle of a video. Act like you have some decorum, please. This is how we pose our Sims using Wicked Whims. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on our Sim if she'll come on, okay? And then we'll hit the wicked icon and we'll hit pose. I personally like using pose player this way. Again, it is a lot easier. So this again post pack is by my two amazing mutuals, yours truly Bria and TheeSimmer Niya, both on Twitter, both on Patreon. Niya has an amazing YouTube channel. Shout out to both of them. I love them so much. At the end of this video, I will be going over some of my favorite creators who make poses and animations. So I will be going over that at the end of this video. So let's choose another pose from this pack. Let's see what we have. So they just did this one, the female male pose. This pose is originally on the floor, but I'm going to show you how to put them in the bed and angle them correctly. So let's choose a different pose to say like, okay, let's do pose one. Just cause let's do pose one. And then you'll hit play and she'll be posed. You see she's posed. He's not because he's not in his pose yet. So you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna click on the other sim and you'll hit pose to make sure you're posing the correct sim. You need to make sure their little face is in the bubble and make sure you're clicking on the correct pose that corresponds with them. So I'm choosing male because he's the male in the situation. And then you click and you see they're not quite angled correctly. And I kind of want to move them in front of the mirror. This is one of the main reasons I like the Wicked Pose Player because you can move your Sims. So you click on them, you click the Wicked icon, and you hit Actions. You'll hit Enable Positioning. And this is how you move your Sims. Sorry. And this is how you move your Sims to get them to where you want them to be for the pose. So I kind of want them to be in front of the mirror. This is a Valentine's Day themed pack. And the reason we're using my girl is because her birthday is on Valentine's Day. If anything, I would use any other sim, but I want to choose my girl. So then we'll disable the positioning for her and enable the positioning for him so that we can make sure, they in the right position to make the pose look correct. And it takes a second. You can use bigger or smaller increments to like make sure they're actually like where they're supposed to be. And so again, these poses were modeled on a thicker sim, I believe. Noella's skinty, okay? She a little po. So it'll be okay. It'll work. You just have to like maneuver your Sims to make it look right. So you see how like they still don't look right? Like her leg is kind of like stuck in between him and like her arm isn't right. So you continue, you do a little bit more positioning and you just move a little bit more to make it look right. Okay, now it looks a lot better now that she's moved over. And you disable the positioning and they're posed and they're cute. I don't know why the frick he got all this hair on his body, but he do. And they're cute and they're posed and just she looks so happy. I'm sorry, like I love her so much. She's like literally my favorite sim. And they're posed and they're cute. And we're gonna take a really quick screenshot. So this is where we get into the screenshots portion of this video. Since we talked about how to use the Wicked Whims pose player and maneuvering and everything, I will do another example. I just want to talk about this so we can get a screenshot really quick. Or we can get another let's get another example really quick. So Bria does have another pose that I really want to try out, and it's super cute. And we're gonna go out into the living room for that. In this video, I probably will only exclusively use Bria's poses for now, just because it's easier to stick with one creator, but I will list a bunch of my favorite creators. They work with all creators, works with animations, any animation type action, this works. So I'm just gonna teleport them out here really quick because oh crap, hold on. You have to make sure that they're not in poses anymore before you do all this. Okay, so let me teleport them out here really quick because it'd be so much easier. Some girl cat Duchess. She's scared of the freaking fireplace, but that's okay. So this is my girl's apartment and her couch, her big freaking little cloud sleeper couch or whatever the frick you want to call it. This is my favorite couch. You'll see it in almost all of my Sims apartment houses. Anyway, not the point of this video. I'm gonna oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna have her sit here. If I sound a little congested, I'm sorry. I truly am, and I can't help it. I have allergies. So I'm gonna have her steady seat. This is the steady seat mod by Abiba, I think. And I'm gonna have him steady seat as well. Just it makes it easier, especially when you have poses that are like on the couch or in a chair. It makes it so much easier to do it that way. So I am gonna change her outfit really quick to get her a little something more cozy. Sims are now in like cozy loungewear. I'm gonna go on to the next post pack, also by my girl Bria, yours truly Sims, and I'm gonna explain how to pose one more time, just to like get it through, I guess you could say. So we're gonna press the wicked icon and we're gonna hit the pose, which has a little man, little sculpture man. And then to this is what happens when you click up poses. This is pose packages. All of your poses are here. Every last one of them. Any pose you've downloaded, any animation, it is here. The searchable pose player mod is by Twisted Mexi. It just gives you a search bar so you can search for the poses you're looking for a lot easier, especially if I have a lot. So I'm just gonna type in Bria because her name, and her poses that she has here will come up. So we're gonna do the Let's Get Cozy pose pack. It's such a cute pose pack. Bria does a lot of storytelling, and she does a lot of storytelling, like machinimas. She's an amazing creator. She doesn't have a YouTube yet, but she does post on Twitter and Tumblr, and her stories amazing. Okay, so I have chosen the pose we're gonna do. We're gonna do the couch cuddle, and then we'll do one other one. So Noelle is highlighted, the female sim, and you click on couch cuddle female, and you click on it, and then if you unpause really quick, she will be doing the pose. And then we'll pose Carter, same thing, pose couch cuddle male. And then you see how again they're not correctly in the right space. You won't have this issue if you use the pose player, which I will explain because that little teleportation statue, if they're lined up exact same space, then you won't have this issue. But I don't mind this issue because again, it allows me to have a more accurate positioning. So you go back, you click the wicked icon, you click actions, and you click enable positioning, and then these little arrows come up, and then I just start clicking away and moving my Sims because I feel like it's just the easiest way for me. Okay, so then you see how like it's not lined up just yet, so then you just move your Sims until you see that it's lined up enough. And then another thing I like to do is just kind of check. So why is I'm so sorry. My mouse is like jumping everywhere. So another thing I like to do, you see her leg is up here. It's probably because something like the armrest of the couch is supposed to be there. But I just ignore those facts sometimes for storytelling and positioning purposes. Like, look at them. Look at them. It's so cute. Like, we ain't even gotta worry about that. We just looking at this part. So in order to take screenshots with your Gshade. Now this is going to be about the Gshade reshade part of the video. So in order to take screenshots with Gshade, because you can take a screenshot all day with the Sims camera and it'll take it, but it will not take it with Gshade. So the way you do that is you have to download Gshade. This is not a video on how to install and download Gshade. I'm sorry. If you guys would like that, we can talk about that. This is not that video. So this is for the precursors if you know how to use Gshade or Reshade. So you toggle on your Gshade or Reshade panel. Mine comes up on this side of the screen because it comes up on this side of the screen because I move it around to do certain things. It normally comes up over here on this side of the screen. So what we're going to be doing is now it's in performance mode. I'm going to turn performance mode off. I normally don't have performance mode on, but I had it on because it was kind of acting up earlier. So these dots, this is relight. You type in relight and it'll be here. Relight is a add-on for Gshade and Reshade. That it is something that you cannot is not automatically installed. Um, it is a paid thing, but I don't like that fact because why I gotta pay for this? No, no, no. I'm so sorry. Like it used to be free and then they made it a paid thing. So Relight is a paid thing. I'm sorry, but it is. If you can find your resources to get a non-paid version, by all means do so. Um, I was thinking about putting in a description the non-paid version. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want it to be like cause any issues with the creator of Relight. So again, if you can find your way, shoot me a message on Twitter or something about that. Okay, okay. Anyway, back to Relight. So I have Relight toggled on. That's what these dots are for. My Relight shader toggle is R, which is kind of frustrating because it toggles on the relationships panel, which I don't really care. So I'm going to first, this is also not a tutorial about Relight. If you want an amazing tutorial on Relight, my beautiful, amazing friend, J Michelle, hey girl, she has an amazing tutorial on Relight, okay? She helped me. Like I knew how to reuse Relight a little bit, but she helped me get like a better understanding of lighting and positioning and multiple lights and color. Like she is that girl. Love her down. Um, so yeah. So I turn on my lights. Right now I only have two. I'm not gonna try and do four. I have four here, but I only use two just because it's easier for me. So I like to have a cool toned and a warm tone light. This warm tone here is gonna come from the fireplace because that fireplace is on. I do like to turn the lights off sometimes when I'm doing these things. So to get a better visuals and effects for this picture, I'm going to toggle my G shade off really quick so that I can turn these lights off. So you see how we have like a little cozy moment and you see the fireplace, okay? But there's no light over here. So what I'm gonna do is I don't have a lamp or nothing. So we're just gonna do the one G shade, one relight light, if that makes sense. So I have my Sims in position and read lights on and I have where I want them to be. Hold on, I ain't on the tab mode. Okay, so my Sims are in tab mode. They looking cute and cozy on the couch. I have them locked in. Once I have them locked in, I go and I start moving these right here. These top ones is position. Start moving them around because they're not in the right position. I need this little light one, this orangey white looking color, to be over here to simulate the fire from the fireplace. So I'm gonna click on that one and I'm gonna get it into position like height, left and right. It's at a good right, okay, and then back and forth brings like the intensity closer. So this is light super close to them. This is light a little farther away and farther away and farther away. And then you use these arrows to kind of help you position it a little better. So I want it to be pretty close to them, not like super close, but close enough to where like they look lit up, they look glowy. Like you'll see a difference in a second because I will turn it off and on. And then I like to have this little cool tone light also. I don't know. I recently just got into this cool tone light. I think it's really nice to have a cool tone light and a warm tone light on your Sims. I don't know. It just adds something to me. It just makes them look nice, in my opinion. So you see, like this, the cool tone light right there. It's adding that little light right here, which we can say that light's coming from the moon. You know what I mean? Anyway, um, so then we're gonna turn off our G shade panel and this starts Sims nice in position. Now, I don't know how to lock relight. I don't know if you can lock relight into position. So if you're moving all this around, your light's gonna move too. So you see how it's kind of like on her ankle and like, no, you gotta make sure you lock everything in and everything is good. Cause watch, now I go back in, you see it's a little bit different position. That's cause I moved. So I honestly don't know how to lock them into position. I don't know if you can, but it's just something to note that I don't know if you can. But I'm just gonna reposition my lights, make sure they're where they need to be. They look good. Toggle off. Now, my screenshot key is the colon. Let me turn back on my panel. I forgot. I gotta tell y'all what about the screenshots and the screenshots key. You see, I don't do this often. You know, tutorials, they're good on my channel, but I don't do this often. So you're gonna go to settings, and all of these are your keys for different things. My Gshade overlay key to turn to like bring the panel up is the number pad plus sign, and to toggle my shaders off and on. This is what the game look like there. Is shift 4. Just look how good that look. Like you see the difference. You see the difference. Um, and then for my screenshots, it has a screenshots category, and my screenshot key is the semicolon. And then my screenshot path where all my screenshots go, they go to a folder onto my external hard drive directly because I play on my laptop. I'm not a PC girly yet, but we will be. We will be soon. 2025 is our year. Um, and I just need extra space, so I have my external hard drive, and that's where all my screenshots go. And then, literally, so simple. That's what it is. It's named screenshots, and it's what it is. And that's how you get your screenshots with Gshade, and you keep them on your computer on a backup. So now I'm gonna click on my little key. I'm gonna turn on a little cute little blur little moment, and take a little screenshot here and there. It makes a noise. I don't know if you heard that, but it makes a noise. If you didn't hear it, let me fix some settings. It makes a noise, and it's a little noise that you get with a camera, and that is a beautiful pose right there. Same thing, like you can always move and arrange angles. That's one thing I like about poses. You can like especially pose makers that make poses so detailed like this, like Bria, that's my girl. She eats down with these poses. So like you can get at different angles. Some poses you really can't, and they're just not that great looking. Let me turn the lights back on really quick so we can, and they're just so cute and loved up and posed up. So cute. Um, that's Gshade relight portion of the video. In the next portion of the video, I'm gonna go over how to use the pose player because you need pose player to pose your children, infants, toddlers, and pets. You can only use Wicked Whims with teens and up because that's just how the mod works. We're not, yeah, you know. Anyway, it's Wicked Whims for a reason. It's age restricted for a reason. Anyway, let's move on to the next portion of this video. Okay, as you can see, it is the next morning. Um, I had to have them sit down because they was doing a little too much. But we're gonna get into the part of this video where we use Drew's Post Player. And for that, you're going to need Sims Teleporter Destination and then Andrew's Post Player. I showed you guys how to download that at the beginning of the video. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go into build mode. So what you're going to do is you're going to go in your search bar. You can search for it. It's in like misc or clutter, but I have a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to search it, and it's just teleport. It's going to take a second for that to come up. And you see it says Sims Teleporter Destination. It's in Misc Decorations. You're gonna click on it. Again, I have a lot of CC and stuff, so it doesn't pop up exactly where it's supposed to be. So if I just scroll up a little bit, here it is. It's this little statue man, this little knight, and you're gonna need two of them. If you need as many as you need for how many Sims as you're posing. So I'm posing two Sims, so I need two of them. And you're going to place them directly on top of each other. They need to be directly on top of each other for the poses to look right. And then what I do is I just grab a few of them and I just put them out so that I don't lose them, because then you'd have to do this all over again. So first, we're gonna pose them in a little couple pose, and then I'm gonna do some poses with Noelle, using Bria's um Flicks pose pack because it is super cute and I haven't used it yet, so I'm excited. So yeah, so we're gonna do a few couple poses, and then I will pose Noelle by herself as a little cute little photo shoot to commemorate the fact that she moved into her new apartment. Okay, so first things first, you click on it and it says summon a sim or teleport a sim here. So you click teleport a sim here, and you can click on household individuals, and as you see, anybody that's in the household will pop up. So we're gonna do Carter, and you see he automatically pops up there, and then we're gonna teleport Noelle, and she automatically pops up. The one thing you will need to do is stay paused because your sim will move. They're not frozen here. They just are in the destination they should be. I'm going to change their outfits really quick using MC Command Center. So I have them dressed in the outfits I want them to be dressed in for this little photo. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the Sims, and you are going to click until the more choices until you see Sims by pose pack or pose by name. If you do pose by name, you can search it. Um, like I said, it'll bring up the same pose pack menu. Again, I have the Twisted Mexi searchable pose mod, so I'm able to search my poses. If without it, if you don't have it, just scroll until you find the pose that you like. If you have an idea of what the pose you want to use. So I want to use this I Got Love pack by Rosalipa. And so they have their stuff separated. So this is like same thing that we did earlier with Wicked Whims, literally the exact same process. Just this time it could be, I guess this time you need sorry. The same thing like we did with Wicked Whims, all the poses pop up, choose from different poses. Um, the only difference is you have the sim teleporter destination, so each sim is exactly where they need to be for the pose to work without the little increments thing. So we're gonna do this pose, and again, we're posing Carter. His little face is up here, so we'll click male, and then we'll click out, and then you can click play, and he'll move into the pose. And then see Noelle, she's still here. We're gonna click her, and we'll do the same thing, post by pack. The only difference is with Wicked Whims, you can like the pose stays the same, so you don't have to search for the pose again um between each sim. That's one thing I really like about that. You don't have to try and find the pose again, like scroll for it. And then again, make sure their little faces up here, make sure you have the right pose, right sim, and female. And that's it. You click it, click out, and then you hit play, and then boom, the sim is posed, and they're posed accurately and just perfect because they were on top of each other, so they're in the exact same position. And that's how you pose your sims using Andrew's pose player. I'm going to show you once again using a different pose with Noelle by herself on the counter. So you just put it into the counter, quite literally. And then I'm going to teleport Noelle here. And she's going to stand there. Make sure you pause or your sims will move. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do in the little pie menu until we see pose by pack or pose by name. If you know which pose you're looking for, if you have mod, you can search it. I know what pose I'm looking for. Okay, I clicked it. I'm sorry, I haven't used pose player in a long time, so it doesn't automatically close everything out like Wicked Whims. So I clicked on it, you click on it once, and then click play, and you're sim. And look at her. Oh, she looked good. Bria did that. She really did her thing. I need to move this chair, so I'm just gonna destroy it. And I would just get it back later. Because look, this one too. I would just get it back later. Because for the sake of this video and her looking good, but y'all can't say she don't look good sitting up on her counter like that. Like, look at her in all her like glory. Like, she glowing. She's stunning. Bria did her big one with this pose. She really did. But yeah, that's how you pose your sims using Pose Player and Wicked Whims Pose Player. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have and you stayed, I really would appreciate it if you subscribed to my channel, where we will be having more tutorials like this, as well as mod showcases and things like that. and stay tuned for my beautiful sim Noelle's her own let's play about her living in the city. So I will see you guys later and in the next video. Bye.